All right, so it's been about a week and a day since I hurt my shoulder. And again, I had a separated AC joint where my clavicle separated from my scapula. And since then, Justin did a little bit of treatment last time. And as he spoke about the steps that he would take in the beginning stages of getting hurt, in the past week, I've done a couple things. I've obviously let it rest for a while, stayed on the bike and stayed active for about 30 minutes each time that I've been on there, which has been about 3 times in the last week. And in the beginning part of this week, as it started to feel a little bit better and the movement improved, I started to do very light lifting. So something like a chest press machine or assisted row, even some biceps and triceps if it felt good. I was doing very low weights, so somewhere in between 10 to 20 pounds for 15 to 20 reps for 2 sets, giving myself a decent amount of time in between, just really taking myself through the range of motion. And in the last 2 days, my range of motion, if you guys remember from the first video, which I'll put here, which was not that great. My flexion obviously is significantly better, where I'm almost into a full overhead position before I feel any type of pain or pinching. And the big one, which Justin did in the test last time, was me reaching up and then across my hand, which I couldn't even get. I don't even think I get my hand like
you couldn't
here
even
last
reach.
time.
You got to like mid chest.
It was bad. So the stuff that Justin did treatment wise was very helpful and opened my eyes to a couple things like foam rolling my pec. And the other thing as well was kind of realizing this motion was really bad, really painful. So working on that. And yeah, so the biggest thing I would say that helped or kind of moved me in the right direction was obviously Justin's treatment and the advice he gave me in the week following. And then really giving it rest for this weekend and then getting right back into some very light lifting. Again, it's not as heavy as we can go lifting. It's very lightweight, moving through a nice big range of motion, because there's still tightness and tenderness in this spot because, again, it was a separated joint. It obviously is not a full tear, but it's something to pay attention to. So today we're going to do, Justin's going to take us through a little bit more treatment and those next steps that we're going to follow to make sure that I'm staying healthy, moving in the right direction, and in another week or two we can be fully past this thing.
So now that we have Brandon progressing a little bit with the shoulder, what we want to look at is anything that is compensating around that area while he improves. So upper trap is going to be a huge thing. Pec is going to be a huge thing. A lot of times with an AC joint, it separates. So we want to stabilize by kind of bringing that closer to our neck, stabilizing all of those muscles, but it irritates it over time. So we want to look at any joints that are restricted. We need to get those moving. So let's do a treatment, see if we can improve things even further and progress this along even better. All right, so we're going to start with the pec and getting some blood flow back to that region again. Flip over.
Had those lifts in?
All right, so we just finished treatment. We did adjust through mid-back and CT area, getting things moving. We didn't get to show that on film. For some reason it cut out, but this is gonna be the retest of that shoulder range of motion now that we've done the treatment.
Getting basically to that full overhead position for the first time in the last week or so. This one's been feeling really good.
Nice.
And then the big one was obviously across, reaching across, which is basically pain-free except for like the very end of this range of motion. So
cool.
Very good. Let's go home.
All right, so now that we have that range of motion in the shoulder, we want to keep that going. So like Brandon was saying, he's doing some exercises like bench presses and things like that with light weights. We want to progress those, go through those range of motion with a little bit of weight, see what feels good and what we can progress. This is going to be one of those phases where we want to just kind of see and feel what feels good and what doesn't feel good, and just keep with those exercises that feel good.
Yeah, and for the next week or so, I'm definitely going to take it easy still, because this is definitely something that you can go too far too fast, because I am feeling good right now. But obviously I'm not just going to go overhead press a bunch of weight. So like Justin said, we're going to take small progressions and small steps. I'm going to keep talking with him, telling him how the progress is going, making sure that those steps seem, in the right direction with everything that we're doing. Small range, big ranges of motion, making sure we're staying safe. And within the next week or two, I'm hoping to be 100% back to normal and checking in again with a part 3 that's going to be healthy. I appreciate you guys sticking around. We will see you guys next time. Peace.